Great news to my fellow Dave Smith instrument lovers and FL Studio users. The wait is over. You no longer have to do any more searching. Today, I'm going to be answering the fucking $1 million question on how to connect the Dave Smith sequential Prophet Rev 2 to FL Studio. Alright? Obviously, I know you've been looking everywhere for this answer. You get a little bit of answer in one video, a little bit of answers in another, but you weren't able to get the entire answer in one video. You've read forums, you've asked people who made videos on the Rev who use FL or did use FL. Before I get into this video, like the video and subscribe. Alright, I'm gonna be going over everything, how to connect it, issues you might experience. I mean everything. It's gonna be raw, alright? Like, I'm not gonna change the screen and shit like that. You're gonna see this shit firsthand from everything, alright? So let's get right into it, alright? How do you connect the Prophet Rev 2 to FL Studio? Alright, first things first. You're gonna need an interface. An interface that has 4 E's, which is XLR cables, and then 2 MIDI cables. Alright? This is what the back looks like. Alright, an XLR is one of these, all right, and MIDI is one of these, 5-pin, all right. So you're gonna need two MIDI cables, all right. One's gonna go from here to the Rev, and the other one's gonna go from here to the Rev. You're gonna need these 2 from here, and then 2 that's going in there, and then the other 2 is from the interface itself going into the monitors. All right, that's first and foremost. Can you do it without an interface? I don't know. I doubt it. But get you an interface that has these many ports. All right. If you look on them, they even got like numbers associated to them, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're gonna need to know that for this video. All right, so boom, step 1 is complete. All right, step 1 is complete. You can show this to one of the staff members at Guitar Center or wherever you go to get your gear. But step 1's complete. All right. Step 2. Okay. Obviously, you got to make sure your volume is up. You know what I mean? Make sure the volume is up or whatever. Boom. Step 2. On the Rev, you got this thing called Global. It's where you get your settings. All right. What you got to do is go to, the MIDI channel. That's also important. You can put it at 1. I have mine on 13 because my birthday or whatever. All right. And then change it, you just use this, boom. You feel me, this bottom one. All right, I got mine on 13, and you'll see why that's important later. But what's more important than that is you're gonna continue to scroll. You wanna change this to CC, even though I don't think it matters, but these are my settings. You wanna change this to CC. But even more important to that is this thing called mini program syn. You want that off. It's gonna come on by default. You want that off. Well, Bashir, why do you want it off? You want it off because with it on, when you try to switch the presets, what's gonna end up happening is, yeah, you'll switch the preset on the Prophet, but you're not gonna be able to, like, what's gonna happen is, and I'll show you. What will end up happening is, once when you go to what is it? MIDI out. What'll end up happening is, you see this green thing? When you switch to, you know, the program zone and try to go to a different preset, that's what's gonna happen. This green thing is gonna come up. And you're gonna be like, damn, why is it doing that? When you hit that joint off, it's just gonna stay there and allows you to switch to your presets, all right? Now, that's step 2. The settings on the Prophet, boom. Step 3 is to go to the MIDI options section. Now, this is where it get a little funny, all right? This is where it get a little funny. Output, input. I'm not getting into details because I don't understand it, but here's what you got to do. You locate your interface. Mine's is the Focusrite. In this, you put it on the same MIDI channel that we put on the Prophet, which is 13, because it's my birthday. How do you do that? You just select it, and then you scroll this up and down to whatever joint you set. Now, do not hit Sim Master Sync. Well, why? Everybody's going to tell you to hit Sim Master Sync. The reason why you don't hit Sim Master Sync is because when you hit that and you close out FL, here's what's going to happen when you open FL again. Watch. Oh, well, it didn't do it that time. It didn't do it that time. But typically what'll end up happening is this options setting will keep coming up, popping up every time you go to start up FL. So I don't have mine on. You can have yours on, I'm assuming, but I don't have mine on. All right. Now that's the output section. Now if you go to the input section, you notice you locate your interface. Mine is the Scarlett, just like up here, Scarlett. And I have mine on 1. Now it probably should be 13, and if an error happens, then I know to go back to change this to 13. So for right now, it's on 1. But even more important is this thing called generic controller. Keep that on generic controller. You know what I mean? And enable. All right. You don't got to worry about nothing else. None of these. All right. If it fucks up, we know to come back here to change it to 13. All right. So locate the Scarlett interface, your interface. Change that to port 13. Down here, locate it. Put it on 1. Hold up. You locate this. All right, so boom, we done that. Now, the next step, you go here to the patterns and you look for MIDI out. All right, MIDI out. This is how you're going to play your synth in FL. All right, now if you just open it, nothing's going to happen. My bad. All right, so look, what you do is you put this to 13 and then you put this to 13. All right, now look. See that? If this was on 1, you wouldn't hear shit. So both of these gotta match. This channel gotta match the port number. All right, so now you hear something. So now after that, you pick. It don't matter which one you pick. You pick an insert. In this instance, I'll pick 1. And then you go over here and you put it on 3 and 4. 1 and 2 will work, but I use 3 and 4 because that's what I put the Rev XLR or SLR cable into. Ports 3 and 4. And it's numerically ordered. You can see the numbers back there and everything. All right. So you change that to 3 and 4. So then now you got. you got sound. You feel me? got sound. Okay? Now, how do you go about recording? You hit this ARM disk, but you don't hit Alt-R like you do when it comes to rendering. You don't. What you do is you put your pattern out on the playlist. You know what I mean? You put your pattern out on the playlist. You go here, and then this option comes up. All right? If this option doesn't come up, that's because you hit don't ask this in the future, and you would have to go into your settings to switch it back to, it's going to say 1 in your computer settings or whatever, like the program join, and you would switch it back to 0. You can find that form online or whatever. I forget how to do it, but you need this join to come up, this pop-up, all right? And what you would do is record notes and automation. So, watch. So then, it did it. So you go to the piano roll, you check it out, and then you see it. All right, so now you got your pattern. You know what I mean? You got your pattern. Let's say you want to change that to a wave. You hit E. You know what I mean? And then you do it again. Except this time, you uncheck it, you record it, and then say audio into playlist as an audio clip. And then now, it'll record it. So, boom, you did that. You can delete this. You got the audio right here, it's playing, and now you can go back to this. You can go back to your pattern and either cut it, delete it, you know what I mean? You can cut it and then pick a new patch. And the cycle repeats. So, again, you go here, you select it, hit the record button, notes and automations first. Here's your countdown. All right. So, you open this out. Hold up. You go back here. You gotta, unfortunately, I think it's a glitch, but you gotta go here. You see that it recorded. You know what I mean? Go back to the playlist, and now it's there. All right. And then to turn that into audio, same thing. Uncheck that, check it again, and this time do audio in the playlist. All right. And then boom, you good to go. All right. So now again, you can delete that. So now we got 2 joints, and then you can hear your joints all together, and the cycle just repeats itself over and over again. All right, and that's how you do it. All right, so I hope this helps, and you know, you'll get quicker as it go on. I know it seems like it's a lot, but you need the interface, XLR cables, 2 and 2. MIDI cables, boom, boom. And this is what the back of the Prophet looks like. Got the MIDI in and out, and then the XLR cables. All right, so that's how you do it with the externals. The internals, you go to the fucking MIDI options. Make sure it's on port 13, because again, you selected it in here. You changed it to 13. And don't forget to do that one setting, because most of this is in your hardware settings. You turn that one MIDI program send off so it don't mess your shit up. And you copy these settings, all right? Output 13, input 1, all right? That's the MIDI options, and you're good to go. And again, I think this bottom one could be 13. I'm not entirely sure, but... And last, the mixer. The mixer has to be on 13, input 3 and 4, or 1 and 2, or it's not going to be able to record. When you change it, this is going to turn purple. You can rename it, of course, you know what I mean, or whatever you want. But you hit this on disk. It should come up automatically. It's going to be red when you know it's on. But you don't hit Alt R and render. You go to the playlist and then hit record. All right. The first step is notes and animation. To change it to audio, you go back and hit audio in the playlist. And I mute the MIDI that comes out, because I don't know if it's going to like record it again. So I just mute it and then I hit the record. So I hope this helps. Again, I know it's kind of messy, but that's how you do it step by step. I hope it helps. Like the video, comment down below. Have a good one. I am out. Peace.